All right, let's dive into someone who I think really captures what icons of Italy is all about. Luciano Pavarotti.
He really does. And you know what's so captivating about him?
What's that?
Well, you see, he wasn't just a phenomenal voice. He was like a global phenomenon, a captivating human being, really.
Right, and that's what we're going to try to get at today.
Exactly.
So we've got his foundation website, some encyclopedia entries, a YouTube biography.
That's great.
And we're going to try to figure out, like, what made him so universally adored.
I love...
Not just the high notes, like,
for
who
sure.
was the man behind the legend?
Definitely. And to really understand him, we need to go back to his beginnings.
Okay.
To Modena, Italy.
Modena.
Yeah, forget the opera houses and the spotlight for a second.
Okay.
Picture young Luciano as a baker's son.
A baker's son.
A baker who, get this, was also a tenor in the local chorus.
Oh, wow. So music was already
Oh, yeah.
part of the family.
Big time.
I can only imagine those family gatherings.
Right.
A lot of singing.
A lot of singing. And it's interesting, though, because even with that background,
Yeah.
Pavarotti didn't initially see singing as a career.
Yeah.
He loved it, sang with his dad.
Sure.
But it was just a hobby at first.
Oh, interesting. So when did that change?
Well, there's this great story. As a teenager, Pavarotti went on a choir trip
Okay.
to Wales.
The Wales.
Yep. And they ended up winning a competition there.
Wow.
And Pavarotti later said that's when the ambition really sparked for him.
Like it all clicked.
It's like, one of those moments where the hero in a movie discovers their destiny.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's important to remember, Italy has this incredibly rich choral tradition.
Just true.
It's more than just singing. It's a communal experience,
Yeah.
Shapes voices, instills a love for music from a young age.
It makes you wonder if that kind of foundation, that choral foundation,
Yeah.
contributed to the depth and like the emotional resonance that Pavarotti became known for.
I think it did, but I think we also have to recognize the years of dedicated training he had.
Right. That's essential too.
So he had his first teacher, Arrigo Pola,
Okay.
taught him for free, actually.
Wow.
Recognized the raw talent he had.
Amazing.
And later on, he studied with Ettore Campogalliani,
Okay.
who was a renowned vocal coach.
Renowned. So
The best.
he was getting the best possible training.
Absolutely.
And all this time, he was also working as a school teacher, right?
Yes.
And even an insurance salesman, I read.
Yeah, talk about hustle.
I mean, it shows you the incredible drive,
Unbelievable.
commitment he had even before achieving fame.
Right, because becoming a professional opera singer, that's not a walk in the park.
No kidding?
It's incredibly demanding, requires immense discipline, physical stamina,
Yeah.
you name it.
And it's extra inspiring, I think, considering he faced setbacks early on.
Setbacks.
Yeah, like I read he failed the Achille Perry competition.
Oh, right.
But even those early roles, like Rodolfo in La Boheme,
Yeah.
were shaping his artistry, preparing him
Exactly.
for the global stage.
They really set the stage for what would become a meteoric rise to fame.
They did, didn't they? And speaking of meteoric rise,
Yeah.
we have to talk about Joan Sutherland.
Oh, absolutely.
Because she wasn't just an incredible soprano herself,
Right.
but also a mentor
Yeah.
and a stage partner who really, truly influenced Pavarotti.
Profoundly, I would say.
Profoundly, yeah. Their Australian tour together, I mean, that was a turning point, wasn't it?
It really was.
For Pavarotti. I mean, he refined his technique, his breath control,
Absolutely.
and he really immersed himself in that, like, challenging bel canto repertoire.
Oh, for sure. And it was during this period, that his high notes became legendary.
Oh, we can't forget those high C's.
In La File du Régiment.
La File du Régiment, 9 of them, like crystal clear, powerful.
Unbelievable.
It made headlines, right? Around the world.
Oh, yeah.
Even people who didn't know anything about opera, they were talking about this Italian tenor hitting these impossible notes.
Well, hitting a high C like that, it is incredibly difficult. Requires perfect technique, incredible breath support.
Yeah.
But Pavarotti's high Cs, they were special. There was this ringing quality to them, a brilliance that was just, it was mesmerizing.
It's true. I still get goosebumps when I hear that recording, like pure magic.
It is.
And those high Cs, I mean, coupled with his growing reputation,
Yes.
led to those major debuts, right? Covent Garden,
Oh, yeah.
La Scala, and then, of course, the Met.
The Metropolitan Opera.
Yeah.
He conquered the world's most prestigious opera houses, really solidified his place as a global star.
He did, and this is where it gets interesting.
What's that?
He wasn't content with just performing in those traditional opera houses.
Really?
He wanted to bring opera to everyone, make it accessible to, like, the masses.
He was a visionary in that sense.
Yeah.
He understood the power of television to reach a wider audience, and he fully embraced it.
Well, think about those massive concerts,
Which one?
like Central Park,
Oh, yeah.
Hyde Park, with hundreds of thousands of people.
It wasn't your typical opera crowd, was it?
I mean, it was more like a rock concert.
Yeah.
But with arias
But
instead
true.
of power ballads.
Exactly.
You can feel that energy, right?
Yeah.
That connection with the audience, even through the screen.
Absolutely. He broke down the barriers
Yeah.
between opera and popular culture. He made it feel relevant, exciting.
A whole new generation.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, you have the three tenors.
Pavarotti.
Domingo.
Carreras.
Global phenomena.
It really was.
A musical event that transcended genres, languages.
And, you know, the chemistry between those three.
Oh, yeah.
Undeniable. They were rivals, yes,
Of course.
but also friends, you know? They pushed each other to be better.
Yeah.
And their concerts, I mean, they introduced millions of people to opera.
Who might have never experienced it otherwise.
Never.
I mean, their rendition of Nessun Dorma,
At the 1990 World Cup.
it still gives me chills. You know,
Iconic.
one of the most iconic musical performances
Of all time?
of all time.
And then those Pavarotti and Friends concerts.
Oh, yeah.
Collaborating with, you know, pop and rock stars like Bono,
Yeah.
Sting,
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
I mean, talk about blurring those lines.
It really showed his versatility, didn't it?
Yeah, a true musical chameleon.
He was.
But beyond the music, the fame, it's important to remember
Yeah.
that Pavarotti was committed to using his platform for good.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he raised millions for children's charities
Through those very concerts.
through those concerts.
He truly believed in giving back. It wasn't just about the music.
No.
It was about making a difference.
And this brings us to, like, the heart of what made Pavarotti so special.
Right. His humanity.
His humanity. I mean, he shattered that stereotype, didn't he?
Of opera being stuffy and elitist. Threw open the doors, you know. Come on in, everyone's welcome.
Everyone's welcome, exactly.
And millions did come in, drawn to his charisma, his, you know, larger-than-life personality, and of course, that voice.
Oh.
And he was a true ambassador for Italian culture, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Sharing that beauty and passion of Italian music with the world.
With the world. And think about the visuals, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Those iconic performances. The trademark handkerchief, the sheer joy on his face when he sang.
Oh, it's captivating.
It's also captivating.
He was a master at using that imagery, too, you
Yeah.
know, to connect with his audience. A true showman.
A true showman.
Yeah.
So as we kind of wrap up here, think about what we can learn from Pavarotti.
Okay.
The power of authenticity.
Being yourself.
Being yourself. Right. He was never afraid to be himself.
On or off the stage.
On or off the stage.
And it made him so relatable, endearing to people, you know, worldwide.
Yeah. Worldwide. And second, the importance of pushing boundaries. I mean, he didn't just stay within, like, that traditional opera world, right?
No, not at all.
He collaborated with pop stars, performed in these massive outdoor venues.
He was always looking for new ways to share his love of music.
Always evolving, always changing.
He reminds us to be open to new possibilities.
Yeah.
Break down those artistic barriers.
And then finally, that impact of generosity, compassion. I mean, his dedication to humanitarian work, it shows that even amidst global fame,
You can make a difference.
you can make a difference. He used his voice, right?
He did.
To advocate for those in need.
Leaving a legacy that extends far beyond just music.
Far beyond music, it's been a joy diving into the world of Luciano Pavarotti.
It really has.
He truly embodies, I think, what it means to be an icon of Italy.
He does.
And I think his story is a reminder that talent, passion, and a big heart, I mean, they can truly change the world.
They can.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos.